Hey everybody, and welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim, and this is a channel where we talk about everything to do with crafting. So from amigurumi to weaving and anything in between. If you like crafting and being creative, stick around. I think you're going to like it here. So this is an episode of Coffee with Kim, where we like to hang out, start our day with a nice cup of coffee or whatever, start your day, tea, juice, whatever. And we like to talk about being creative and how we create and what we did yesterday and what's on our hook and all things to do with creative and creating. That's how we start our day. So what am I up to? Well, a lot. So every time I start a project, I start two more projects and then I start two more projects. And so right now in my mind, I have a few things going. One, I have to get ready for some flea markets that I just signed up for. They're not till June, July, August, and September, but you know how my brain goes. Work, 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 figure it out. So in my mind, I'm already out in the garage, sorting out things, getting it ready, making a shelf just for the flea market. But of course, I'm also going to have a section of the table of my homemade products there, my crochet and all that stuff. So I'm also thinking, okay, what can I make for this? What do I need for that? So that's part of that. And then there's a farmer's market in the village here. So I'm thinking I got in early enough to get a table. So it's every Tuesday from like 3 to 5 or 3 to 6. So I'm hoping, I sent an email out at 4 o'clock this morning, hoping to get an answer back, excuse me, to see if I can get a spot there. So then, of course, I'm like, okay, so what can I bring to the farmer's market? So I found, I have two big binders of crochet ideas, and this is in there. I thought that was really neat. So I've started that. And then I also grabbed a bunch of different yarns that I thought would make cool shopping bags. So I've got those out, which I probably could put them away, but if they're out in front of me, then I know I have something to do with them, right? So I'm going to line them up right here behind me. And then as I look behind me, I realize I've done this. So this is the projects that I'm doing from that book, Crochet Patterns and Projects. So those are all the ones I've done so far. I have their version, my version, their version, my version. With the ball that I made, I only have my version because Fritz has taken the original one and I can't find it. So eventually he'll bring it to me to play and then I'll have it. But for right now, I don't have it. So what did I make last? I did do a set of these. Now, I actually found two different ways to do a variation of their pattern. So let me show you. Here's their original. First thing right off the bat, I love the pattern, but the first thing is it's too big. A set of coasters should be, a set of coasters. So here's theirs. Here's my first attempt at their exact same pattern. Okay. What I did, of course, they do double crochet. I did half doubles. Right away, it's perfect. Same number of rows, same stitch count, but with half doubles instead of doubles. And that came out really cool. So then I'm like, all right, well, how else can I change it? So you know how they have the decorative swirl, which is an add-on at the end. I decided to make a decorative row right as I'm making it. So these are back loop only, double crochet back loop only. Comes out great. So there's that. I like that. So those are my two different variations. One is their pattern, just smaller stitch, and one is smaller stitch and then change it a little bit to be back loop only. I am having fun making them. I've made them with 3 different types of yarn, and my thoughts on that This is my favorite. It's the 100%. I call it the kitchen cotton. This is what you use. Where is it? This is the sugar and cream. This is what I always use for kitchen towels, bathroom towels, anything that's going to get wet, go in the kitchen, something like that. So in my opinion, that is the best yarn to use. They don't recommend a specific yarn. They only recommend a medium 4. So I made a note, excuse me, I made a note on here, 100% cotton. I will have that tutorial out this afternoon because it's all done. I just got to put it together. So the 100% cotton is a must, but this is also 100% cotton and it's way too soft. And then this is 100% acrylic, which is fine, but I don't think on a summer day it's going to soak up the sweat, I call it, from the cups. So all in all, it should be 100% cotton. I like my version. I did kind of tie-dyed ones. And this yarn is, I'm going to make another couple of those. This is Premier Home 100% cotton, 96 yards. I have no idea where I got these, but you can see all the colors in there. So I'm going to go ahead and finish a whole skein of these. Notice I'm saying it right now, it's skein. I'm going to finish a whole skein of these and make sets of them. Probably bring it for the farmer's market. My brain's still working. All right, so that's that. I got that finished. And I actually made those tie-dyed ones while I was at the doctor yesterday. Great experience. My hip's a lot better. But that's all I'm going to say about that. So it's really nice when you go to a doctor. It's a bone and joint center. So I've been to that center before, but I hadn't seen this PA, physician's assistant, before. Super nice kid. She couldn't be, I don't know, 35, if that. Sweet kid. Really, really a nice, very nice girl. So that happened yesterday. So I made a couple of those. I'm to the point now where I always have my crochet survival kit with me so I can make stuff. And I always fill it with whatever I'm working on at the time. So that's that. What should I do next? Table centerpiece. What else is back there? Well, here goes another bag. So here's one bag that I'm trying, and this is the pattern. But once I'm getting into it, it's okay. But at first, so you'll see I'm using this as my spot marker. It's one of the barrettes. So I just clip it on to where I am and slide it down as I go along. That way I know where I am. And again, I have my my little stitch marker as to what size hook I'm using. Clip that on there. So yeah, I'm going to do these next so I can compare the two bags. So I will be doing this today. Use a 10mm hook and a medium 4. So what yarn should I use? Want something fun, something pretty. Medium 4. I want something durable, right? Honestly, I think I'm going to go with this. It's what I made my hooded towel out of. That's going to be it. It's a medium 4. It's cotton. What size hook does it say? Use a 4. So we'll grab a 4. My favorite hooks. And I'll stick that like that on top of that. And I'll know that that's what I'm going to do next. So coming home, I'm going to turn that light down a little bit. It's lighting up my brain. So coming home from the doctor yesterday, I started thinking about my mom. I don't know why, but she pops in there. And it's almost been a year since she passed. And when she did pass, the family left it up to me to sort of sort through and donate or keep all of her stuff. So to the point where I just got overwhelmed. So I took all of her books. And when I say all of her books, figure for every ball of yarn behind me, there were 5 books. I mean, she had walls and walls and double rows of books. So I got to the point where I was overwhelmed. And a year ago at this time, I was not doing my crochet channel. I was not doing my crafting channel. So I just needed, and at the time I had nowhere to put anything. I had the furniture stacked up in my shed and my garage and my carport. So I literally had nowhere to put these books. So I donated them to a local secondhand bookstore. And driving home from the doctor yesterday, I was thinking about Mom. And I was like, you know what? Some of Mom's books would be amazing on my channel if I could look through them. So I called her and I said, you know, you might not remember me, but, and she said, well, you know what? You brought me so many books. I do remember you. I do remember your mom's collection. She goes, I don't think there's any left, but you're more than welcome to come look. So I stopped in on the way home and I pulled up a chair to the crafting shelf, and because Mom had written her name in every single one of her books, just really tiny up in the corner, she'd written her name. And I went through every single book on every single shelf at that store yesterday, trying to find one book that had my mom's name in it. And I didn't find one. So, anyway, I kept looking through the books, and I did find some that I thought would be great to share with you guys. So you know how I love birds? Well, I found this one. Do I have 1,000,001 other backyard bird lovers guides? Yes, I do. But this one says how to attract them, nesting and feeding. Might be something in there I can learn. So then I was looking through, and you know how I do crafting with Kim. So here's incredibly awesome crafts for kids. And it just looked like so much fun. I mean, there's a lot of great how to make hair clips and how to make pop-up cards and just a bunch of fun stuff. So that I got. I also found this Easy 1, 2, 3 crochet. So I'm thinking when I'm done with my other book, I will go through this one and I'll make projects through here. This is one thing I want to do, is a felted, I've never felted anything. So I want to make a felted bag. So I'm looking through my stash for 100% wool, which I did find. I've got it over there. It came to me in a hank. So I have it hung up so I can ball it, because I learned my lesson on that. I'm going to ball it first, and then I will make a felted bag out of it. It's a, well, let me show it to you. Okay. It's from a local farm, whole knit and caboodle, wool, lightweight, superwash, 100% wool, superwash merino wool, and it's a charcoal. So it's a beautiful color. I think it'll make a really pretty bag. I got that. That was actually a client of mine when I was in advertising. I know I'm doing it wrong. I'll buy something from you, you buy something from me. So anyway, I want to make this bag with that. So after I'm done with this book and these projects, that'll be my first one. But there's some really cool stuff in here. Check out that skirt. If I was skinny like her, I'd wear that skirt. Sure would. Sure would. And then there's some great gifts in a dash. So it just looks like this is a really cool book. And I think it'd be fun. There's a place setting. Use different colors for that, and that could be pretty, like yellow, and be very pretty, almost if you're doing a sunflower setting. And there's a throw in there, and then there's a stitch to how to do, or a guide to how to do stitches. That's really cool. So that'll be my next book of instructions. So I got that one. And then I found Nature Crafts for Kids. Again, are you kidding? So, I mean, there's so many cool things in here. How to dye and use corn husks as ribbons and bows. Yes, please. Apple monsters. Now, you know what? My mom and I made these when I was younger. I was in my teens. If you can see, I'm going to look over here. See the apple itself? There it is. So you cut the apple and you stick something in it for the eyes. Mom and I used, what the stuff that smells. Oh, I can't think of it. They're little black beads. Anyway. Clove. Thank you. That was Mr. Fortunate. We would stick clove in the for the eyes. And then you let them sit out and they shrivel up. And yeah, Mom and I made those. It was fun. We made a lot of those. And then it shows you how to use sponges to paint, to make a bandana, how you make balsam evergreen garland. I mean, it's just, and it's broken up by month or by season. So I think that'll be really great. So that is Crafts for Kids. 50 fantastic things to make with Mother Nature's help. Right up my alley. And then this one, this is a big one. Martha Stewart's Encyclopedia of Crafts. The Ultimate Guide to Crafts by the Ultimate Craft Teacher. So, I mean, there is so much in here. I can't even begin. I mean, acorn crafts. And, let's see. How to make flowers and how to make little fake pom-poms. Oh, hey, how to make pom-poms. I have my way, but I'd like to see her way. And then rope crafts. I mean, there's a bunch of really cool stuff. And then she even tells you the materials you need, what you should have to stock your craft room. We'll see if I'm missing anything. But I got that too. So I got that whole bunch of books. And I get up to the counter and I said to the woman, I said, I didn't find Mom's books, but I would like to purchase these. You know what she did? She gave them to me. She goes, you're good. Take them. Nice people. I like nice people. Sorry. So yeah, I couldn't find them that had Mom's name in them, but these have Mom's feel. So I'm sorry. I'll stop that. So those are the books I got yesterday. These are the projects I'm doing, and I'm really excited to have all of this stuff to do. Am I though? And here is, where did I set this? Pima cotton. This is 100% cotton. See, now this is like that one that I said is 100% cotton, but it's too soft to make these. I don't know that I would do that, but it's just so soft. I don't know what I make with that, but or why it's sitting out here. Probably because I'm moving everything around and it just ended up there. Yeah, so I have my work cut out for me today. Mr. Fortunate's working from home, as you could tell. He is my coach from the other room. So I was, he wants me to make him, you know, the hat that I did in my tutorial where I made up my own. He wants me to make him a hat sort of like the Bob Marley. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. I want to show you. He wants me to make him one of those Bob Marley hats. So I made, and the reason I'm showing you this hat on a picture is because I actually already boxed this up and I'm sending it to my nephew. And the reason I'm not giving it to Mr. Fortunate is because he wants different colors. He wants just yellow and green and orange and black. The true Bob Marley colors, I guess. I'm not sure. I call it the Don't Worry, Be Happy hat. But so yeah, those are the colors that I got for this one. So I sent it to my girlfriend and I'm like, would my godson like a hat like this? And she's like, absolutely. So I got really excited and I already finished it and I packaged it up and it's going out in the mail today. He has no idea it's coming. I wrote him a little note that just says, because he's out in Utah. Yeah, Utah. And so I just put a little card in there that said, just think of this, every time you put it on, just think of this as a hug. So I'm excited to see his response. Good kid. So, oh, anyway, how am I doing? All right, we're in 20 minutes, so I'm going to stop talking your ear off. I got a couple things to get done here today, so I will work on all this. I'll give you an update later. I've got a couple other videos, tutorials coming out, so I will have them for you as well. So Lucy's closer. She's right there. That is a perfect name for her, especially with the red hair. So yeah, if you like Coffee with Kim, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share. Please share this with whoever you think might like any of these crafts, even the birding and, you know, gardening, whatever. Anybody that loves to make, create, and do, share my channel with them. They might like it here. And I hope you like it here. So please check out my other playlists. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. Remember, always be creative. You have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.